Oh, please rise for the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you for coming to our selectmen's meeting. Roll call, John Hutch is here,
Joe Bailey here.
and John Mullen is in Florida. Okay. By the way, John Mullen will not be here on Saturday. Has anybody had a chance to see the town report yet?
Roger that.
I have.
I got it.
That's the town report.
Yeah.
That's your personnel policy.
Oh, okay. Tell me about the first or second page in there. What do you want to know? Who's it dedicated to?
Mr. Mullen.
John Mullen. He's not even going to be here to receive it. Okay. I would like to change the order a bit. Let's do the signing, and then we'll move right to waste management, and then the department heads. Is that all right? First thing, minutes of the Board of Selectmen meeting from March 4th.
Make a motion that we accept the minutes of March 4th, 2019 as written.
I have read it already. I agree, and I'll second. Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next is Kings Highway, Pitt, Morgan's lot line adjustment.
All comes to an end.
Is that all that?
No good deed shall go unpunished. At some point, we were told that the gravel pit needed to be surveyed. We surveyed it, found out that one of the neighbors' driveway and his power lines are on our property. So, we had two choices. Make him move the driveway, move the underground lines from the pole over to his house, or make a lot line adjustment and give him 12 feet of property. We've got, how many acres up there, 30? 30 acres, 12 feet doesn't amount to much. It has taken a considerable amount of effort
Over 2 years.
to get this done in 2 years. No good deed shall go unpunished. Okay, so we're good. All right, next I'd like to introduce at least Peter Chappelle from Waste Management.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anybody's with you or?
Yes,
Okay.
well, thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the board, Laura, thank you. Thank you for moving us up on, and I know you're busy, so we're gonna make this quick. I brought Chris Genka, I know you met Chris
Yeah, you
before.
were here
the
before,
operations guy.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's why I brought Chris. Chris came to me, and I'll let him explain about making a revision
Mhm.
on the collection day, and I'm gonna let Chris to speak on that.
So we would like to move your collection day from Tuesdays to Fridays. I have a huge staffing imbalance. I have more routes on Tuesday than I have people, and I have no work for 5 guys on Friday. So I'm looking to move your route, which takes 2 trucks and 3 people from Tuesday to Friday. It's mostly just to level my workload. You guys are in the heat for people to talk to only because your route goes 1 day a week. Most of my other stuff is 5 days, so I really can't move them at all.
Is this because you have new customers that have come in?
No,
since we
no, it's
made
just
the
juggling
contract?
existing work, and as we kind of streamline stuff for efficiency, we've combined some old routes to reduce the people demands on different days, so we've got it leveled out to,
And we're also moving, we also have a subscription route. Basically, it's a curbside route, but it's, the residents all pay directly, the municipality doesn't pay. We're moving that to a Friday as well. Again, it's just, it's a staffing thing. Like I said, all the other municipalities are multiple days, if not all 5, so we cannot really juggle that. And this is the only one to help balance some of his needs.
and it positions us for when bulk comes along. We're historically always short a person this way, we would actually have an extra person to run 3 trucks on the bulk collection day. Now granted, it's only 2 times a year.
Right.
And what we would also do too, that first week, and we're not looking to pull the trigger next week, we're looking at 2-3 weeks out roughly. But that first week that we did make that switch, we would run it Tuesday
and Friday.
and then
that
Friday.
week.
Right.
And then as calls will probably come in, because some people probably, if you put it on your webpage, on your announcements, whatever you do, some people will miss it. But when you call, say, no, they didn't miss you, they changed the day, and they'll get some calls on that, I'm sure.
And getting your take on it as well, right? So from our perspective, we know if we said, hey, in 6 weeks, we want to change you to Friday, people are gonna start making the change. Pretty much
Right.
everybody's gonna pick a different week to start doing it, so it gets confusing, whereas because it's moving to a later day in the week, if somebody put their stuff out on Tuesday, it's not like they're gonna be missed for an entire week, they'd call, right? They're gonna say, we haven't picked up either our call center or somebody here, hey, collection day's Friday now.
I'd like to speak first and then open up to Joe and anyone else. I understand the need to balance your
Right.
workforce. Particularly in the summertime, Middleton has a number of summer residents. They're here usually Friday night, Saturday, Sunday they leave. They often put their trash out Sunday night and it's picked up Tuesday.
Right.
Under the new system, they'd put it out Sunday night, it wouldn't be picked up till Friday, so that's a concern. All right. Beyond that,
That's mostly the Lake Shore area, I'm guessing you're talking about, or like Pinker
Yes.
Shore, Lake Shore? You know,
Yes.
I don't know how much percentage of the population that is, I know it does swell in the summertime, we don't pick up a whole lot in those areas this time of year, but
Right.
we'll pick up in the summertime.
so I don't know how we avoid creating a mess if that trash is out from Sunday night until Friday.
I mean, to help alleviate that, are they leaving it just curbside in a bag?
Yes.
Yes.
And not in a container?
Or in a container, either way.
Yeah, I mean, in a container will help alleviate, raccoon wants to get in, it's gonna get in.
Right.
I don't remember there being huge problems, like nothing's springing to mind unless you guys get calls where between Sunday and Tuesday,
Right.
we haven't really experienced torn open bags all over the place and stuff like that. So,
I'm concerned about Sunday till
Right.
Friday. That's quite a bit longer.
It's a huge gap.
right, yeah. And the reason I bring up the Sunday to Tuesday is if animals aren't getting it into it now, or at least nothing that we're noticing, are they going to be more likely to over extra days, or are they just not interested in this stuff? And I'd have to go look, I don't know if people are putting their stuff in barrels, and that's why it's not getting broken into. I honestly don't know the answer. I could take a drive around tomorrow and have a peek, but that won't give me a feel for
Summertime.
the summertime areas.
All right, comments, Joanne?
Well, we drive up Ridge Road from the new Portsmouth Road up to 153. And I don't know what this couple of families put in their trash, but they put theirs out probably on Monday night. And we drive by it on Tuesday, it is all over the road. So there is.
That's
there-
Ridge Road's right here on 153, I'm trying to think, oh, I'm sorry, that's the big loop that
Yeah.
goes around here.
Yeah.
But
And how much does our population grow? Do we have statistics on how many?
I just, around the lake, I know there's a lot of places that are,
In the area you're talking
Not
about
used right
isn't
now.
really impacted,
No,
I
it's-
think that
No,
would be the
but
year
you're
round.
saying that animals don't get into it, and we've seen plenty of evidence that
I'm not
they
saying they
do.
don't, if they just never get to the point where I'm getting phone calls that it's like a chronic problem, I'm sure there's onesie twosies around it. It's just not enough that the guys have been saying, hey, there's broken bags all over the place.
but if someone puts it out on Monday night and the animals get into it Tuesday morning, the same thing could happen if you put it out Thursday night and they get into it Friday. My concern is about the stuff that's out there.
From Sunday through Friday.
Comments?
No, that's my biggest concern too, it's a big gap. But
Mary?
I'm just wondering why you picked Middleton to be the one to change and not another one of your routes that you do on Tuesday to go, for them to go
We
on
don't have
Friday.
any other ones that only go one day a week.
You're the only community that's one day a week. The city of Rochester's 5 days with multiple trucks, so I can't move them, I can't. So,
One answer would be that a definite example of making sure they use barrels. Closed barrels of a
Okay.
large size, or at least bigger size.
Metal or plastic?
A plastic,
Squirrels go right through plastic.
lot harder than bags.
Yes.
if the bags get put out there and they get torn into by an animal, and the garbage collectors see that, are they gonna pick it up or are they gonna leave it there?
They'll make an effort to pick it up, but if it's strewn hundreds of feet, like I said, I don't know if that actually happens or not, but if it's
I don't know
strewn
what happens.
150, 200 feet, they're not gonna be the litter patrol and
Well-
picking up everything. And that could happen, putting out stuff on Sunday to Tuesday.
One
as
day
well.
last year, I saw one of your trucks drive down our road,
Which road's that?
Silver Street,
Okay.
and garbage was falling out of the back of the truck, all over the place. And there was so much of it that they must have seen it fall out, or it was a mess, because if they didn't see it when it fell out, they probably saw it on the way back and it was just left there.
Go ahead.
My contention is that yes, it could be broken into Thursday to Friday, but there's a much higher potential if it's left out from Sunday to
Right.
Friday.
I'll bring it up, anything to sweeten the pot with?
That would be his domain, not mine.
Anything that,
Big back end.
benefit us and, thereby help you as well?
I mean, there's nothing I can do at this point. I know we're gonna be coming up next year for renewal, so, you know, we're gonna look, probably in this summer, end of this year, I'll be back in front of you folks again to discuss it,
Okay.
so.
Give us the barrels like Rochester has.
That would be nice.
Barrels for everybody would be great.
You can't, those are automated, in a different type of truck, so,
Yeah,
Then we can get a different day.
yeah. It's, you know, $60 to $80 a pop for those are
Well, there's
expensive.
only, what,
Can-
1,700 of us.
Yeah. But, I mean, like I said, coming up tonight, looking around, because people are already putting their stuff out, obviously, tomorrow's collection day, I see some just in a bag on the side of the road, I see others in barrels.
yep.
If I lived here, and I was gonna put it out, and I'm going away for the weekend or on vacation, but I have stuff I wanna put out, and I leave a Friday, it's not gonna be there till Tuesday, I put it in the barrel. I always have, even before we went to the carts in Rochester, because I just didn't want animals getting at it.
But that's you.
But that's me. I
Tammy?
just didn't wanna pick it up after, because I know, that, you know, these guys or whoever it is, don't have the time to do that, especially if it's, you know, spread all over the place. But they'll make an attempt, you know, if it's here, they'll grab what they can.
I just have another question. You guys are changing the date. Are you gonna do a mailing to each of our residents specifying it's gonna be changed? And are you paying for that or is the town paying for that?
What we would do is, I could look at doing a mailer, it'd be a general bulk mail, you know, to residents or owner of the property, so if someone's renting, they may not get it. You know, that's the other thing, people.
That would help.
Yes, it would, but we also would, you know, on your webpage, effective this day, in the first week or two, you're gonna get calls, it's just, even if everyone got it, cause I can guarantee you, it's junk mail, and most of
Right.
them won't read it.
I'm just wondering, the older residents that don't have internet, computers and all that
Right.
stuff.
And
know.
do you still have that, I didn't even notice tonight coming in, do you still have the sign out there?
Yeah.
You could put announcements up on that. And it's short notice elections tomorrow, but you can make an announcement tomorrow or at your.
All right, go ahead.
Town meeting.
Peter's making it sound as though it's a done deal, that we've already agreed to it. And I'm hoping the selectmen would not want to do this. We found that with the recycle business, the mailings didn't exactly do the job. And quite frankly, industries have their problems. This does not sound like a problem that the town should solve for waste management.
Well, we look at it as, you know, we've been working with the town and have a partnership for many years. And yeah, we're coming and asking to make that change,
Right.
and in the long run, it'll help, because we have people that are available, especially when you have your bulk, which, by the way, is it coming up soon?
May.
May. All right, last year, we went to the sticker
Stickers,
thing,
right?
90%
Right.
drop in
yeah,
tonnage.
It helps.
huge, reduction in leakage.
Here, just a thought. On an ordinary day, Middleton residents have access to turnkey.
No, I checked with our district manager, and I think, someone mentioned it, that people are going in, and I spoke to the district manager a couple months back now on this, and he said, no, that's for Rochester residents only.
Talking the drop off or
The
the.
resi
actual
drop
landfill.
off. The landfill,
Anybody can go in the landfill.
but there is like a 1 ton minimum or something,
Yeah, that's $190 if you ain't got 1
Yeah.
ton,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But as far as a residential drop off just down the road, No, it's just for the Rochester residents.
Right, yeah.
And then, yeah, it was just that.
Okay.
I didn't hear any offer to sweeten the pot. I'm waiting for you to
I'm
say,
waiting here to
we'll
see.
provide this for you guys because you're doing us a favor. That's what we're kinda looking for. Small town, think help us out.
True.
Are
And
there stickers for that turnkey? Like the residents in Rochester, how do you know the residents?
they ID 'em. They're supposed to ID them. I don't know.
Well, driver's license, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the driver's license. But I've seen, and we get leakage there, because Chris lives in town, I live in Dover, I got paid, well, hey Chris, I use your pickup and, you drive me and I'll give you $10. Boom, truck full of stuff,
Sure.
he shows his ID, I'm from Dover and it's my stuff.
Right,
It happens, we know it does.
yeah. Well, when are you looking for a decision? When would you like to implement this?
We're here to talk to you folks, so we didn't know if you're receptive or not, it's just kind of a discussion at this point.
I mean, we would like to start, I mean, the ideal,
2 or 3 weeks is usually what we found works best. It's not so open-ended that people get confused about when the
Right.
change is gonna happen, but not also, hey, we're doing it tomorrow.
I don't know whether, if a Middleton resident, not to bring regular trash, but like bulk trash, if they got a sticker to show along with their ID card, let's say they have a mattress and they don't wanna wait until May. If they came here and got a sticker for one item, bring it down there before May. I don't know.
yeah.
And we can talk to
Any thoughts?
Magnuson, but
Yeah, I can talk to, my
Okay.
district manager on
Alright.
that. I have no say on what the landfill
I
does.
understand.
All the
Just
trucks that
Right.
go around, that's a hauling company, that's who I work for. But I can bring that and
Trying
broach
to
that
come up with
subject.
an idea, and
But the other alternative,
Right.
and you probably have an experience going across the commercial entrance, the scale, I think it's a 1-ton minimum, and it's expensive to go.
Oh, it is.
That's an option.
and you don't wanna be driving a personal vehicle up
You
in
know, and I
there.
think what they can do, I think now, depending on what it is, they may go across the scale, they'll receive a weight slip. They
And then go across
bring
the
it, and they bring it across the street to the resi transfer, hand the ticket there, and dump it, and then go back, I guess, and scale out.
That's right.
So, yeah,
But you still pay $190.
yeah, yeah, it's expensive, it is. Well,
So-
and unfortunately, disposal rates are climbing up.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
They are, it's, the simple thing is it's capacity. We only have so much, incinerators are choking on material, they're at capacity. We only have so much airspace left. And yeah, we're going for an expansion and that's
Right.
going through, but, so another, in 20 years, where's all the trash gonna go then?
Right,
So it's gonna be,
all right.
but I will check with my district
Okay, if
manager
you would
for you.
please, and, something that would,
Tell you what, why
make it
don't,
more
as a
palatable.
suggestion, why don't we wait till the 25th, which is the next selectmen's meeting, okay? You guys talking, checking, whatever. We can talk to some of our residents and see what they have a feel for it. Come back on the 25th and we'll make a decision.
Sure.
Would that work?
Yeah, of course.
So, gives us a couple weeks to get it out there and see what the thought process and how people feel about it, and go that route with it.
But I certainly do understand you have a problem, and I understand why it can't be Rochester or some other bigger town that you'd like to change their schedule, because they're already,
5 days a week,
right,
can't
Can't
change
really
it.
move them.
right,
And I don't think our guys would wanna take a Friday off and then
Work Saturday.
work a Saturday or something, so
no,
they
probably
deserve a
not,
couple days.
right.
Fine. And really, the only change, nothing else, all the dynamics, all the pickups, everything's
Sure.
gonna be the same except for a different day.
Right,
And, holiday, if really it'd be like a 4th of July,
yeah, that's it.
New Year's Day, maybe Christmas Day, 'cause Labor, on Memorial Monday,
A lot of them are on Mondays,
Thanksgiving's a
so-
Thursday. So there'll only be really 3 that
No,
could
no,
affect you.
they've all moved,
Oh, they all move?
because
Oh, yeah, that's right.
on the Monday, we don't work at all, so
So we'd
everything
be
moves in.
bumped to the Monday, so we're already there. Right?
No, you'll be bumped till Saturday if there's a holiday.
You work weekend?
On a holiday
Holiday
week we do.
weeks, yeah.
Our guys That's why believe it or not, most, if not all of them, 90% of our
Don't.
drivers don't wanna take, they want the two major holidays, right?
Christmas and Thanksgiving is
And
the only ones they
Thanksgiving.
want. They
The rest
work
they'd
Monday.
rather work, because then they
Yeah,
have a
Saturday.
2-day weekend.
Right.
Yeah,
Right
I don't
now.
blame them, because they'll have a Tuesday off, and then work all the way through Saturday, and then have Sunday off and back to work Monday.
Or Monday holidays, they get a 3-day weekend and then a 1-day weekend, so it's
Yeah.
not really.
So I don't blame them, I guess I would as well.
Yeah,
But yes, we can do that for you, we'll be back then on the 25th,
please.
and I'll see what we can come up with,
Yeah,
and,
we're not trying to put you off, and next week is the third Monday of the month, and we don't.
no, that's fine, that's fine.
25th will be.
And if we have to push it out, cause
Yeah,
you know, that
okay.
after the 25th, it'd be too quick to pull the trigger for,
Okay.
where are we, in April,
Right,
when
oh
it
yeah,
start.
just have to make the decision, and we'll pick
Yeah.
a time to get it started, okay?
Perfect,
Good enough?
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
All
your
right,
time.
oh,
Appreciate your
thank
time,
you for
sorry.
coming, right?
No, that's
so much
fine,
time.
don't apologize, I appreciate it.
no, thank you guys, Laura, thank you. Take care, folks.
Okay, department heads, who do we have for department heads? Oh, fire away. Tammy, wanna go first?
I have nothing to report. There was no meeting last month.
Okay.
You have they do have a Wednesday meeting, right?
This Wednesday night,
Okay.
6 o'clock.
Jill?
The only thing I have to report is Milton Vet will be doing their rabies clinic on Saturday, March 30th from 9 to 12 at the fire department. And it's $20 per dog or cat.
How are we getting the word out?
It was on the mailings for the dog license
Okay,
reminders, and I believe it's on the website. If not, it will be.
Yeah, it might be. I'd have to look.
possibly the sign outside?
Yep, we're gonna do that as well.
Would it be appropriate, Ms. Supervisor of the checklist, to put a notice up tomorrow?
Yeah. We can do that.
Just saying this rabies clinic for dogs, or, is it just dogs and?
Dogs and cats.
Okay,
And we're also open on the 30th at the town hall, so they can get their rabies vaccinations if needed, and then come and register.
okay, I'm thinking a pretty good size sign that we could post someplace.
What are the hours? 9 to 12.
Good. All right, good, thank you. Any reports submitted?
Yep. I got Janelle's, and then just your treasury report.
Okay. See a lot of people, man.
You do.
Wow. So solve it for another month?
Yeah, we'll make another month.
All right. Good. So that's,
So right now, in the checking account, we have, 1.4 million. 1,457,041.39.
That'll buy a lot of trash cans.
Yeah. Buy a bucket.
zoning, we had a meeting for a variance on the tower that was approved, that was, I think, last month, Mary? Did we do that? Okay, so that's all taken care of, nothing new for zoning otherwise. I believe cemetery is on hold for what could be close to a year. We have money set aside. I don't think there's any money going in on Saturday for the cemetery, but at some point we have to decide if we're going to keep building money for our own cemetery or put that money to some other use. We apparently do not have to have our own cemetery, as long as we have some sort of working agreement with another town, we can have people buried there, right? Let's see, planning board, anything? Roger?
We We really don't have much going on in the planning board. We have some people coming in this week. Just the got the cell, but the
Solar?
solar farm down there, they're coming in again Thursday night. And then we have a gentleman that owns the 3 properties up here across from the Prezios or by the Prezios.
Right,
And he's coming in to talk to us on what he'd like to do with those 3 properties.
those are the 3 that are near the intersection of, this would be Kings Highway and Pinkham.
Yeah.
They've been somewhat cleared,
Yeah,
and nothing's happened since they were cleared.
yeah, he's coming in to talk to us on a few things, that's about it.
Okay, welfare, anything, or all's quiet?
All is quiet, pretty much.
Okay. All right. Anybody I missed? Well, Susan
business.
Porter, right?
Yeah, thank
oh,
you.
yeah. You'll be up there in a moment.
Okay, yeah.
Laura, you've got Lake Shore Beach area. Is this,
Oh. That's about that little piece.
which
Guess
little
what we
piece?
found out?
Way down by Tanglewood,
Nope, the little one that has the sign on it,
right?
that's tucked in that.
Right?
So Kathleen and Jonathan from Avatar did a little research on that and found a deed that merged these 2. So that property actually belongs to the owner of that.
Oh!
So it's not
Interesting.
nor ours, nor is it the association's.
Anybody know what we're talking about?
Where they put the new sign?
Well, that sign says Sunrise
Sunrise.
Lakeland Association.
Are you kidding?
For years. So we don't even know if those people realize that they own it, because it's not, on there, it's not merged, but they technically, when they bought it, it had already been merged.
Oh my god,
And that's
that's
lot
gonna cause
89.
such an uproar.
Yeah.
And I have already contacted the president of Sunrise Lakeland Association,
I don't
seeing
think
if they
this
wanted it
works.
back, because we thought it was town property, and we were willing to give it to them. We do not want a town beach on that side of the lake where there's no parking, not much for supervision. I guess I get to call her and say, it's not ours, and it's not gonna be yours. It's already, all right? Laura, maybe tomorrow, if there's time, you and I are gonna be over with the elections all day, maybe I can draft a letter to that effect. Okay?
Yeah,
I'm sure they don't even know it.
I bet you they don't either,
Okay.
because it's cluttered with who knows stuff, and then the sign that says Sunrise Lakeland.
And they haven't been paying taxes on it.
Which one owns it?
The bigger one, the
As you-
89, I think.
89?
Looks like a triangle.
Son of a gun. That doubles the size of their property. Wow,
Taxes go
they'll
up.
be happy.
Maybe not.
Yeah, who's paying taxes on that?
Not me.
It depends, according to Avatar, they'll have to go out, the mapping company, and do a, map to see if their area and all that, yeah.
So this other piece down by Tanglewood, that
That's
is.
towns.
Okay.
That's got a map and lot number, it's town owned.
But that's not, that looks like it's landlocked as well, between 75 and 76, so that's not any rights to the water either.
Well, it
Yeah,
does
it
go to
does.
the water.
It does have water.
It's overgrown, but there is.
Okay, well, the lines don't show that, but. What's a line anyhow?
Beach rights too.
Yeah.
All right, so
More expensive water.
we'll see if tomorrow we get that.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
All right, next please. Susan Potter.
Hi.
John Hotchkiss, I
Hi,
spoke to
John.
you on the phone. Joe Bailey, the other selectman. It's
Bailey,
supposed to be
hi.
3 of us. John Mullen, who was filling in for someone who had to take a job in Las Vegas.
Had to?
He's in the restaurant, hotel business, so I guess that's the place to be. So, right now, there's 2 of us. I would like to listen to what you have to tell us about.
Okay.
But by this time, or close to this time, tomorrow, there'll be a third selectman, all right? So it might be appropriate to get that person involved with this as well, but I would like to hear what you have to say.
Do you want me to start from the beginning or give you an idea of why?
Oh, I'd give a brief overview.
Well, way back in so,
1908.
well, technically 1966. So my name is Suzanne Potter, County. My parents are Herbert and Aldine Potter. They live at 26 Karen Road. Back on April 5th, 2009, I lost my dad. And I just recently had to put my mom in a nursing home. So my mom has been suffering from Alzheimer's for the past 4 years and discovered just recently that she is very behind in her taxes. Unbeknownst to the family, I mean, we're uncovering a great deal of things right now. So the house pretty much has been unoccupied for 3 years. Mom has been living with my husband and I, Kenny, in Tewksbury. We did her basement over because she didn't drive and she was an elopement risk, meaning she could leave in the middle of the night and so on. So we're just uncovering this situation and found out through Kathleen that there's several thousands of dollars of unpaid taxes as put onto a lien on the house. And apparently all this mail that has been sent out has been sent to 26 Karen Road, but that mail has been permanently forwarded for the past 3 or 4 years to my house in Tewksbury, which we have never received a thing. Not that that makes any excuse, I get that, and please, it's just like we're at a point of discovery and finding out all the different things. So, we were up in the summer just trying to get things done and getting her ready to be moved into the nursing home and stuff, getting clothes and things. The house is riddled with mice. There's mold all over the house inside. The roof is, I mean, my dad's been gone, hasn't touched. My father, just so you know, had 2 aneurysms burst in his brain in 2002. He lived until 2009. So he
Not a lot
hasn't.
of maintenance on the property then.
There's no maintenance on the, there's trees down through the sheds and everything, so, it needs a lot of work. But at this point, and it's like there's all sinkholes and stuff like that. So my point is, I just don't know what to do. I mean, we don't wanna lose the house. I certainly don't have that money to write you all a check. And I'm just looking to you for some help, some guidance, for some benevolence. I don't even know, I'm just lost. Truly, I'm lost.
I'm guessing 3 years of no taxes or more,
Easily.
okay. Usually after 3 years, there's talk of tax deeding it,
That's the word
right,
that's what brought me here tonight, because that's what Kathleen was saying.
okay.
And that's when she put me in contact with you. Our goal is to, I mean, ideally, it's something that I was born and raised in. Do I want it to go? No. I'd like to be able to, fix it up and do the best we can ourselves
Right.
and, give it to, or allow my family to grow up in it like I did my kids
Sure.
and so on.
Sure.
But I don't know. If it's feasible, great. If it's not, the house is, when last looked at, was valued at $178,000. It's 2 lots, because my dad had a garage on one lot and the house on the other. So that's where the taxes are so exorbitant. But it's not worth it. It's only because the amount of work that has to get done and it's inside is all beat up.
To your knowledge of any payment of any partial nature for the taxes been made?
Yes, Kathleen
yes.
told me there has been some activity. Mom was paying something. I think her last payment, might have been a year ago.
Okay, all right.
At this time, I don't, if you're familiar with, and I hope you have never gone through it, my mom's survival is only on my dad's social security check, which the state takes to pay for her nursing care.
Yes.
She is allowed a stipend of $70 to $80 per month to care for her clothes and all of her toiletries that I, give her and so on and so forth.
Yes, I am familiar with that. My wife and I just put her sister into assisted care. But yeah,
It's
you're
brutal.
exactly correct. Yeah, the Social Security's taken, except the $70-odd a month.
No, I don't know, I think New Hampshire a little bit better, they give you $75 for a stipend.
Woohoo! 72.80.
Yeah. So, I will talk with, I was hoping Kathleen would be here, but I will talk with her to get the more information. I believe tax deeding date right now is April 15th. That sound right? Anybody?
No, I think it's in May.
Okay. So-
May is usually our dating date.
Possible extension of time to give you more time to come up with the money. We'll see. I have your number. Our next meeting is
25th.
March 25th. I think we'd have a decision at that time. You're welcome to come back, but I know you're coming up from Massachusetts. I'll be glad to call you with the results then.
Whatever we can do, whatever you need from us in terms of documentation. I know you suggested having somebody come in and reassess the house,
Yes.
which we drove by the house you can't get to. It's just all mounted with snow right now, but I would welcome that. It's full disclosure, I'm not hiding anything.
No,
I think though, I asked Kathleen about that. I think any abatements would be in the future.
Right, because it was already, the date's already gone by
Yeah,
for this
Okay.
year.
all right.
Okay.
Do you know what the date was?
March 1st, I believe.
Okay, so that would be for going back for the previous years.
I know in the past, Mom has applied for some senior discount on,
Right.
and I know she submitted all the paperwork but never heard anything.
Okay.
This was a couple of years she did that too.
All right.
It's gonna be the elderly and disabled thing.
There you go.
Okay. All right.
And again, it's full, whatever you all need from us, it's a shock and a surprise to us, and we weren't prepared. I'm not prepared.
Yeah. So,
It's got a nice
understandable.
inheritance you got.
I'm sorry?
It's a heck of a nice inheritance you got.
A money pit,
Yeah.
a money pit, you know, but, it's just something that, my dad hand-built that house, you know what I mean? So it has more personal value than it has anything.
It may be at this point, it's not worth anything, because the mold and all the, whatever, it may not be salvageable.
It may not be.
That's something you'll have to find out, whatever, if you decide to keep it, whatever, but, it's unfortunate to a point that in New Hampshire, our hands are tied about how much help we can give you
Mhm.
by law. So, I think what we can do is, like you said, after we have the election, the next selectman that comes in, the three of us will put our heads together and see what the best course that can help you and help the town will be.
I just don't know the law. I don't know what our
So-
options are. That's why I wanted to bring it to you all.
Well, thank you for doing that. It's certainly not easy to talk about all this.
It's not.
But you are certainly correct about the money. You know, it's,
I could, yeah. And the thing is, like, I couldn't even go. My dad, like, said he had the aneurysms in 2002, and all the money he had saved for retirement went to the spend down. So there's nothing. There's the money pit, right? So, I mean, that's what this is. It's all like we're at that point of discovery, just finding out what our options are.
yeah.
And if it's to the point where we have to sell it or
Right.
just whatever, I don't know,
Right.
sell it for land, because I don't know if it's worth anything at this
Right.
point.
Well,
You know, if the assessor could give, he'd probably tell you some of that too, so.
yeah.
But,
That's a good idea. Well, I appreciate your time tonight, thank you,
Well,
Appreciate
appreciate
coming
you
out.
coming up.
thank you.
Uh,
Hey, got him to buy me dinner, we're good.
You said Tewksbury. I don't know what Tewksbury has for election schedule, but
We're not tomorrow.
okay. So you're probably big enough to have a city council type of government instead of selectmen.
No, we're town,
Oh,
we're
okay.
town.
Yeah, selectmen, all right.
Yeah,
Good.
it's a small town.
Okay.
Not as small as Middleton, but it's a small town.
Yeah.
Hard to believe there are towns in New Hampshire smaller than us.
Where?
We have 1,800. I've talked with selectmen in towns of 1,200. Actually,
Yeah.
Next door to us, Brookfield, it's smaller than us.
Columbia is tiny, my parents have on second
Yeah,
floor.
how much? How many people?
I don't know, but the town hall's only open 3 times a month.
It's pretty small.
And to the, your point about the raccoons and the squirrels getting in the trash, yeah, they eat through everything.
Oh, yeah.
I'm always,
In Tewksbury as well?
no, here. And when you were talking about leaving the trash out on a Sunday and picking up on a Tuesday, oh yeah, I can't tell you how many, I've been cleaning up for years, yeah,
Yeah.
so.
We had birdseed in a very, very heavy-duty plastic jug. The squirrel ate a hole through the plastic jug to get at the birdseed.
Take down your bird feeders, March 15th, bears. That's what they're all talking on the radio on the way out. Oh, Hail Mary.
No.
Well, we
All
will
right,
leave you.
well,
Thank you so much,
You're welcome
everyone,
to
thank
stay for the
you.
rest of it, but you might wanna.
A little right back.
You got dry roads to go home with, that's how.
Good night, everyone, thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
appreciate it. Now, I left your voicemail, I'm coming tonight.
Yes, I did get that, and I verified, and I didn't have to call you, so.
All right, so, Laura, could you put on the agenda for the 25th? And by then, we'll have 3 selectmen and we'll talk about what we're gonna do. All right? Other business. Public participation.
You got town
Yes.
books available?
Yes, they are,
Where are they?
Oh, they weren't, there might be a couple on the
No,
window.
I didn't even see.
but
Oh.
she can
I'll
get
look
one
on
on the
my
way
way
out.
up.
Yeah.
She can get,
I think there's 2 on the window that Roger put there when he came in.
okay.
If not, I'll have them tomorrow before the election. I'll have some there too.
Oh, you got one, so there's one left?
All right. Okay,
I'm not sure, what's this?
Anything
Joe,
else?
anything else?
No, I guess I can make a motion that we adjourn
All right.
at
I'll second.
7:12.
I'll second. Tomorrow's gonna be a long day, so short night tonight, so, all right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? That's it?